the inflation makes it to where me and you are motivated to put our money into this. Folks, welcome back. Welcome back to the Tigers TCG Den. Guys, I have a topic that's been driving me crazy that I really wanted to get into this week. And it is basically in regards to all over YouTube, all of the normal people. It's the market's crashing, it's coming down, it's all terrible. But let me ask you this. Why is it for the last year, all I was seeing was other topics saying invest into these? And when I go to shows, everybody's saying, hey, Ty, what should I invest in? Well, guys, that's a very broad question. A bigger question is, why do we invest in? What is the reason for investing? Because I think a lot of people, at least right now, are talking about slowing down or not getting into any things or using clickbaity titles to talk about this topic. So we need to get into it in a little bit more detail. So the reason why we invest, that is the biggest question. It is to protect our capital assets from external sources and other things happening to us. Now, what is capital? Most of it is built around liquidity, which is cash. But before we get into too much of that detail, let's go back to the basics. What is an investor? Well, I have my handy dandy phone here and we can get into that right here. Okay. An investor is an individual or organization that allocates financial capital or assets with the expectation of generating future returns, such as profit or interest. The defining feature of any investor is the assumption of risk, as the investment carries a possibility of losing some or all of the original capital. So, guys, why do we put our cash into this? Why are we spending money on things like this, right? Well, it's to protect ourselves from losing that capital and to also possibly gain things in the future. But it's more, to be honest, about protecting our current capital and making sure that it stays steady with the current economy. Now, if you don't know this, the US inflation rate is 4.2% this year with a stated goal, meaning that this is the direction that the US government, and I'm sorry for all my friends over international, this is talking about the United States dollar in this case, but the stated goal is to have the inflation rate sitting at 2%. Now, why would the US want to do that? Well, you need an inflated capital system to prevent everybody from hoarding dollars, right? So what does this do? The inflation makes it to where me and you are motivated to put our money into this. That's the whole idea. It's not really about the card. It's about making sure that the dollar is exiting my back pocket so that way it can circulate in the economy and everything's healthy. That 2% inflation is to guarantee that the dollar will lose money. So we are effectively losing 2% in savings. That is the problem with saving money. So we invest into everything. Now, I've had so many people at shows be like, what do I invest in? What do I invest in? What do I invest in? And the question again, as I said earlier, is why are we investing? What are we doing with this money? Where can we allocate it? And what is a better place? Now, if you're subject to a little fear of risk, obviously you can put it into anything else, you know, precious metals, the 401k at your work, the general stock market, put it into S&P 500. This has been talked about a million times. Okay, go watch any other video about this. But the general idea is that we are putting our money somewhere so that way our asset is protected and protecting us. Mainly, I feel, at least for me, from myself. Okay, I have a bad spending habit problem. What's great about Pokemon is that it kills two birds with one stone. Number one, it puts money that I would normally be spending on consumable items back into my pocket through assets, right? I get to keep this. I don't just go spend $60 or whatever it is and then lose that forever. So it's protecting my money from my own spending habits. Number two, it is an investment channel. We have seen historically that Pokemon gains in value over time. But too many people are sitting there treating this like it's a flipping business. And this is driving me crazy because I'll see things on Reddit or online or, Instagram, wherever you want to be, such as this or this or this or even this. And it talks about it as if it's investments, but then the moment that the market starts to stagnate and people don't know what to do, they start to panic as if it's a crash. Guys, I know the 5 to 10 year meme is a meme for a reason, but at the same time, it's based in a real place, which is the idea that you're going to hold on to these things for the long term. And it means that you have to accept the risk and understand that your asset's going to go down. Your ass is going down. That's just how it works, and you stay firm. But too many people are mistaking investment with flipping. So too many people come over and they say, hey, I'm gonna buy, this booster box right here, right? Now, this one's probably a bad one because it hasn't come down, but it will. If Pokemon decides to reprint Destined Rivals, that's going down. And what you don't want to do is take your initial capital, put it into the thing, watch it go up, and then go, oh crap, and then sell when it's coming down or at the bottom, because more than likely, at least in this market, you're actually going to lose money. If you even are getting anything, you have capital gains that you have to deal with if you're reporting your taxes correctly, which you should be. You're basically not making anything, and you're taking that money, putting it in your pocket, and then because you sold away from your investment, now guess what happens? You take your money, you pull it out of your wallet, and you go, I'm gonna go see a movie. I'm gonna go get some popcorn with it, and you watch $100 disappear. Of that $600 you maybe sold it for. $400 realistically if it goes down, because it should be like $400. It's crazy. You might go and spend that money. Now you have $300. Now what are you gonna do? Oh well, I really need to get some gas. There's another $50. So now you're at $250. Now, some of this obviously is intended to be used for, life, right? The money is meant for you to live. So it makes sense that you're going to end up using it for things. But at least for me, if the money is in my wallet or in my account, I will spend on other things. And then all of a sudden, I need money to pay for the things that I need. If I have too much in my account, I spend it to what I usually have as a baseline. So in the end, I lose money. Too many people, again, are going to, Walmart or whatever, grabbing the box off the shelf saying, is this a good investment at $80 and $100, whatever it may be. And then the moment it goes to like $90 and they spend $100, they freak out, then they sell, they put it on Facebook, they panic, or they get indoctrinated by videos that are everywhere talking about the crash. Don't fall for it. It's okay. It needs to come down, guys. But there's like opportunity everywhere. So today, I went on Game Nerds because a friend on a Discord decided to post, hey, this is a really good deal. And you know what I did? I scooped up a bunch of Chaos Rising for, I think it was like $60 or $63 a box or something crazy like that. It was like near MSRP for this brand new set, which everybody says, oh, I want MSRP. But the moment that the TCG player line is going down, all of a sudden you don't want that box anymore. So here I come, humble investor guy, right? Come in, scoop, grab, wait. It's going to go up. That's something that is an obvious play. But now that people are a little afraid about the market, they don't know where things are going to go, they don't want to buy these things. So it sits a little bit longer. Had this been a year ago, that ETB would have been gone, right? We're having pre-sold ETBs selling for like $120. Give it a little bit. Let the panic sellers get out of the market. Let the regular sellers who are flipping get out of the market. And then you can come in and you can buy the stuff from them. But what you don't want to do is go in there, look at your investments. Again, the main thing here is looking at an investment and then say, oh my God, it went down 10%. I'm going to freak out. Especially when you go back to that inflation goal that I was talking about. If we were down 4% in 1 year, that means in 2 years, you're at 8%, right? Okay, let's say it's a year later. Prismatic Evolutions went down from like what? $200 down to $150 at one point. Now we're back up to $180, okay? In the time that it's been printed, it's been like 7 to 8% inflation rate. So from the time that I first got mine, it went up and then it came down. Had I just not spent the money at all, I would not have that capital available to me. Again, it makes more sense to just ride the wave because you're going to retain your money. I hope this made sense. This is something that's been driving me crazy. I'm sick of seeing all these videos talking about the crash because all I'm seeing is a bunch of people getting scared and afraid of stagnation. When stagnation is actually great for the market, it allows it to recover a little bit and it provides you more opportunity, like I just talked about with the Chaos Rising ETBs. I just wanted to talk about this because it's driving me crazy. That's all I got for you in this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.